Hello, everyone, and good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be. Hope you're having a pleasant Saturday. I am Gary Godsoe. Welcome to Velocity Online Racing's coverage of Championship Saturday in round 10 of season 13 of the VOR Signature Series, the IndyCar Championship, as we come to you today for the final time this season from Auto Club Speedway. We have a champion already. And before we can crown the champion and get to the offseason, we got 500 miles in front of us, and we are at California Speedway for the VOR California 500. Joining me in the booth just in a little bit will be three-time winner in the VOR Series, Luis Gonzalez Nunez. We'll have two Luis Nunez, one in the race, one in the booth, if everything works out here in a little bit. But I will be running the show solo for... until then, green flag in the air, and we're underway here in Fontana at Auto Club Speedway for the VOR California 500. Ready out, three wide down the backstretch. Liam's going to go send it to the inside. He's not going to wait. Hugo and Bennyworth ripping the top there in 1 and 2. There is that pink car, Forsyth, dipping to the inside. Right behind him is Pedro Blibel. Wags to the inside of Julian, who got back the lead. Liam's been shuffled back to fourth. Bart with the purple lap that time by 2:18.2. Your biggest gainer of the day is Silvazzi up 4 spots to 10th. Here we go. We're 9 laps into this thing already. It's Wagner, O'Sullivan, Murphy, Lovern, and Strauss. Kinder, Forsyth, Silvazzi, Pedro, Coker. They are your top 10. Julian is back to 19th. He has fallen down the order. Not sure exactly what happened, but he is back there with Jesper, Bart, Luis Nunez. Well, some big swingers have gone to the back of the pack. Murph to the inside of O'Sullivan. Whoa, he muscled him up the racetrack a little bit. That's going to allow Gary Lovern to take a peek on the inside. Move Lovern up to third. O'Sullivan's going to fall back, and Strauss is going to follow Lovern on up. I think Kinder's going to come up there as well, and that will put 2 more Team Watson racing cars up in the top 5. Mark Murphy and Wags are picking back up where they left off before the pit stops. They are your leaders. Forsyth now up 4 spots to third, is in third. Not a lot of racing going on at the moment. Everyone's being very well behaved. The top 5 trying to pull away from the top, 6th through 12th. Actually, 13th. Christensen's tacked on at the end here. They really want to grab this front group and join it by the time they get to their pit stops. Fortunately, I think the second group here, the second group is now split into 2. It is Bennyworth, Gallas, and Christensen, 11th, 12th, and 13th. They're in their own group. They've lost touch, and we are getting close to the pit window. Second pit stops, Murph and Wags, they pitted on lap 37, coming to 38 for their first stint. They're at lap 32 right now, and they've pretty much been at the front the entire time. So I would imagine they are getting the similar mileage, if not worse. Oh, Wags in the wall. Did you see that?
Yes. Actually, the sun.
Yeah, I think the sun played a role in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're going to go 3 wide. Jesper in the middle. Seb Kinder up top. Luis Nunez right there behind him. And here comes Craig Forsyth at 8. Oh, car in the wall. Kinder.
But not Jello.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah, he kind of side-checked them a little bit, it looked like, at least from my point of view. We'll leave that up to the stewards to decide. But day done for Seb Kinder now. He's been among the leaders. Luis Nunez, the inside of Lovern, and he had the roll out of it. He got dirty air I think from Silvazzi. O'Sullivan pit road, scheduled stop for him. Christensen and Gallas, these guys have been buddies all race long pretty much. They are still with one another. Oh, Hugo! He goes on the racetrack, and we're going to go caution.
Oh, no. Oh, the white jacket. I think it's maybe he forgot about to put the weight jacket in 0 or negative, maybe negative, to try to go outside to the pit. That's when I used to do it.
Yeah.
When I come in flat.
Yep, that's what I would do too. I would go full negative, and then as I'm going down the backstretch, I'm like positive, but hitting that button. Now look at the pace car would have nailed him there. Back green flag for the first time for our first caution of the night. And now we have a bit of a race on our hands. So the fourth car in line. Oh my goodness,
wow.
Watch behind.
Wow. Boom to the first in just one main straight and the back straight. That's it.
Oh, I think we have a car that's missing a front wing. Liam O'Sullivan.
Oh, yeah. O'Sullivan fall.
Lovern got a 3-car run and just scoots right to the lead there. Wow, what a power move. So Lovern is your leader. Murph is now working with Lovern. They are first and second. Now, Murph, I don't think has any damage from that incident with O'Sullivan, but O'Sullivan is on pit road. He had to answer pit road. He lost his entire front wing. He needed a new front wing.
Forsyth.
This group back here is just racing like it's the last lap.
I see one lap down, 1 lap ago. Greg Forsyth on turn 2.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Jesper had he made Silvazzi flinch a little bit. Silvazzi's back in this thing. There you go, top 9. On the lead lap as Mitchum into the wall. It's Lovern and Murphy. They've broken out to about a 4-second lead over this other group who've been racing each other far too hard on this restart. I think everyone kind of needed that rest, and they got fresh tires, and they're feeling pretty good. Then it's Julian, Nunez, Christensen, Orman, Teixeira, Forsyth, Silvazzi. They're all in this group right here. Altena Auto Sports cars in first, second, and third. Sorry for showing them too much, but hey, you know what? They're in the top 3. But we'll go back and ignore them for a while and watch this battle with Jesper Orman, Luis Nunez, Craig Forsyth, and Mark Murphy, who's trying to cycle forward as being the leader, and he's got some people around him and he can race with. Teixeira comes back to Orman and Nunez. And Murph just goes on by. I think Murph he knows what he's doing. He can full burn all the way to the end because he knows he has one more stop. Caution on the racetrack. We didn't expect that. What's going on? Is it Bennyworth?
Yeah, I think so. Entry for the exit on the pit. Yeah, same like Hugo Galas.
Almost kind of in the right area. Oh.
Big check on the back. Wow. Now everyone is going one line.
So Inch stays out, knowing he has one more to go, and he'll be done. Liam O'Sullivan, 2:22.2 purple lap. And the same thing with Murphy. Murphy is 20 laps into his stint. Once he comes to pit road, he will be done. Although Jesper is going to force the issue, and he splits the bottom. He's now up to second. And now he's going for the lead. Going back to our leaders, the duo of Altena Auto Sports comes to pit road. It is Julian, it is Lovern. They're 24 laps each into their stint. Same thing for Luis Nunez, who's right behind him. Right now, maybe Liam's playing wingman to his leaders, teammates up ahead, trying to keep Nunez at bay. But coming also is Jesper Orman, 1 lap down, but he just stopped. And also in that group is Silvazzi and Teixeira.
I think no.
Oh,
contact! No!
Front stretch. Murphy to the inside. Let's ride with Nunez here. Ooh, that was close. I think he was trying to thread the needle, and it just wasn't the door shut. But the final race in Velocity Online Racing is done for Mark Murphy. Liam O'Sullivan is back in the running for this thing again because of a late caution.
So only Liam have new tires. The other one with old tires.
Yeah, Liam, brand spanking new tires. Well, Jesper has new tires too. So Julian has 7 laps on his tires. 9 laps, excuse me. Lovern has 7. Teixeira has 18. Mitchum has 15. O'Sullivan has 2. Orman has 2. Everyone from O'Sullivan on back has only 2-lap-old tires, so they're going to want to move quickly. And 2:24.3 is he going to go to the high side of Teixeira with those older tires. He's going to get a big run down the backstretch. He's going to be in the draft of Julian. If Julian was wise, he'd pop out and maybe help Teixeira a little bit, but he's going to go to the lead. I don't think he was looking behind. I think Julian was looking forward, so he probably didn't see that. Here comes Jesper on Gary Lovern to the inside. Lovern doesn't give much room. He's going to stay in Julian's draft. Julian wasn't looking. He goes to the middle and bring Jesper Orman to the lead. 9 to go. Oh, O'Sullivan might have hit the wall off of 2. Going to the inside now to protect. The snake is starting. Orman to the inside. Julian on the outside. Lovern to the high side. And don't forget to look out. Pedro Bleibel, he is in the battle now. He made a run on the bottom and caused a bunch of people. We got contact on the backstretch, and Bleibel into the side of Gallez. He takes out Nunez. Oh, we're going to have a sprint to the end here. And you saw this coming down the backstretch, and I'm not sure what was going on. I think it's just people going for the same piece of real estate. Where we have 5 to go, we're going to go green with 4 to go. Your leader is Julian Altena, Jesper Orman 2nd, Gary Lovern 3rd, Liam O'Sullivan 4th, Patrick Silvazzi 5th, Teixeira 6th, Christensen 7th, Forsyth 8th, Mason Mitchum 9th, Danage 10th, Luis Nunez and Matt Wagner 11th and 12th, and that is everybody on the lead lap. Here we go, 4 to go, 8 miles as Julian begins the snake down the front stretch. Julian racing with a new wheel combination that he's bought with his brand spanking new job money. Liam O'Sullivan getting a run on the inside of Lovern down the backstretch. Lovern now back to 4th. Fresh tire situation up front. It is Orman with 10-lap-old tires, O'Sullivan with 10-lap-old tires, and Silvazzi with 10-lap-old tires. Anything with new tires, it's 9th spot on back, starting with Mason Mitchum.
Let's see, what is the decision? Yeah, he's staying. Oh,
Orman to the inside. Julian was not going to give him a lot of room. Liam to the outside with a big run.
And just by giving all the dirty air on Julian over there.
And then he gave some to Liam as he goes to the bottom of the racetrack to the IRL line to the fin down low. Liam's going to stay in the middle. He's not going to give a lot of room to Orman. Orman doesn't need a lot of room. Coming to 2 to go. Jesper on the bottom. He's going to get a run down the backstretch. Big run for Julian off the high side. We're going to go 3 wide into 3. Liam's trying to crowd Jesper. It's not going to bother Jesper. They're going to go side by side into 3 and 4. Lovern decides to tuck down and get behind Orman, which is not a bad thing. Oh, and their contact behind. Are we going to go caution before they get to the line? No.
Oh,
we are white flag in the air. White flag in the air. That was Christensen and Forsyth, I believe. O'Sullivan crowds Orman on the high side. Orman moves up a little bit on the bottom. We're going to 3 wide down the backstretch. Where'd Julian go? There's Julian up high. Okay. He was behind the overlay. Sorry. Into 3 and 4. Down low, Orman. He could go to the apron now to protect. He's not going to. And he is going to win the race on the racetrack. Your winner, Jesper Orman. He has 2 wins this season. He won at Milwaukee earlier in the season, and he caps off the season 13 campaign with a 500-mile win here at California. Jesper Orman with the win by 0.029. The interval there over Liam O'Sullivan, who comes home 2nd. Julian Altena in 3rd. Gary Lovern 4th, Silvazzi 5th, Teixeira 6th, Mitchum 7th. Wagner gets back on the lead lap, comes home 8th. Danich 9th, Luis Nunez, our champion, comes home 10th. We will talk to him momentarily. Greg Forsyth 11th, Christensen 12th, Santos. We got two people listed in 14th, but we'll say Santos is, we'll consider these unofficial results. I'll call Santos 13th, Bree 14th, Strauss 15th, Gallus 16th, Pedro 17th, Bittyworth 18th, Murphy in 19th, Kinder in 20th, Barton 21st, and Shane in 22nd.